Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to Check Your Connection. This is the Dimension Council podcast, and here today we have our new chair, Jordan Smith. Hello, Jordan.
Hi,
And our
David. Hi,
new
everyone.
hello, and our new vice chair of Dimension Council, Kelsey Verity. Hello, Kelsey.
Hello, David.
Hello. My name is David Hoskins. I am the outgoing Dimension Council chair. I have been for 3 years, and I'd like if you could introduce yourself, please, Kelsey, and tell us who you are and what you do, please.
So I'm Kelsey Verity. I am a quality consultant and I'm also the vice chair of Dimensions.
Thank you very much. And over to you, Jordan. If you could do exactly the same, please, and tell us your name and what you do, please, for Dimensions. Thank you very much.
Thank you, David. I'm Jordan Smith. I'm also a quality consultant at Dimensions, and I'm the new chair of the Dimensions Council.
Thank you very much. What on earth is this about? As I am now outgoing chair, I am passing the baton over to Jordan and Kelsey. It's a bit like Paris 2024 Olympics. It's like the Great Britain team winning a gold medal. Over to Jordan.
Well, thank you, David.
That's
Yeah,
all right.
it is like that, passing the baton over. Although, as you know, this isn't the first time of me leading the council, is it, David? So,
No, it's not. No.
I always say, if you love doing something, do it twice. So,
Yeah.
here I am.
Thank you, Jordan. And over to Kelsey.
So this is my first time. Very lucky to be acknowledged. I just want everyone to be able to be listened to and acknowledged for who they are.
Thank you very much, Kelsey. And it's a bit passing the baton over to you guys is a bit like the general election that we've already had in July, but our own general election for Dimensions.
I think this one is bigger and better, David, don't you?
It certainly is. It's better than the real thing. Okay, in this podcast, we're going to talk about issues that people with learning disabilities and autism in the UK. We're going to hear what we've been doing in our councils, and also we're going to be hearing about what people have been doing over Christmas. I've thoroughly enjoyed being the council chair for 3 years. I learned a lot of new skills. I've become more independent, more assertive, more confident, had more self-esteem. I think also making sure to keep to time. So obviously Emma was our timekeeper and having to make sure saying time, David, time. Something's really important. It's great, and thank you to the guys and girls at Dimensions giving me this opportunity and actually voting for me, because obviously you guys and girls you've had loads of confidence in my ability, and I like that. Thank you so much. So thank you very much for giving me that opportunity. It was very, very emotional when I stood down and had a few tears in my eyes, and I thought, but it's for the best, because it's giving other people a chance, and that's what we do very well in Dimension, is giving other people a chance with learning disabilities across the UK a chance to do something they've never done before.
I thought David was a wonderful chair.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you.
Those of you that have listened to or that will listen to our council yearly review will hear me say how David and Chelsea did a wonderful job and they led by example.
Thank you. Thank you.
And that me and Kelsey have got a tough job to follow over the last 3 years. Not easy.
No.
Being passed the baton, is it? But
No.
we're gonna do our best to follow on from David's work and Chelsea's work, and make the next 3 years the best they can be.
Oh, thank you, Jordan. Thank you so much.
So I thought David and Chelsea was Bobby Dazzlers in Tracy Garcia's famous words.
Kelsey. Thank you.
You both helped me and Jordan being able to be comfortable with talking to you both about anything.
Oh, thank you. Thank
and
you.
about also helping us in the council face-to-faces.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. You're very kind. My manifesto, if I say that word correctly, manifesto, get it right, Daves. My manifesto pledge was that we needed to get more people from the ethnic background, black ethnic minority background, or say LGBT community to come and join Dimension Council and to see what it's like and to have a taster to see if they like Dimension Council, and if they like it, they could come and join us. So that manifesto that I did, it speaks volumes, and it actually worked. And as Kelsey would say, and as Tracy would say, it was a Bobby Dazzler. Also, we got some new members for Dimension Council, which was absolutely brilliant. We're very pleased. That's what we promised, and we fulfilled, and I fulfilled on what we have done. And we'd like to know, Jordan and Kelsey, what are your promises that you've got for us and your executive orders, the decisions you're going to make? Bit like Donald Trump as president at the moment.
Yeah, or hopefully, a lot less friendlier than Mr. Trump.
Yes, yeah, true.
My manifesto was pretty clear. It was about making sure that every single council member feels included and has a role to play. It was about working closer with Dimensions
Yeah.
and all of our departments that we have.
Mm-hmm.
It was about working closer with the regions.
Yeah.
And it was making sure that people we support have a voice and have a voice at every table. But making sure that when they're at that table, that it's co-produced in the way that they want it to be, and that
Yeah.
table is adapted for them so they can join and take part.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I think for me also, a really big push for me was making sure that we include everyone we support, and those that maybe um, don't use words to communicate, but communicate in other ways.
Yeah.
Because it's important that we try and be a voice at Dimensions Council for everyone, and that everyone feels included and that they're able to join in with what we're doing. Because me and Kelsey can't do this alone. We need
No.
everyone's help.
No. Yeah. Thank you, Jordan. And Kelsey?
Yeah. So I would fight for other people's beliefs because some people don't believe in us. So kind of fighting for them to be able to say,
Yeah.
yes, I believe in this, and that's what's going to
Mm-hmm.
happen. Challenge language in social care. So with Michelle,
Yeah.
I used to challenge people's words and make sure they actually know what we're actually saying.
Correct.
Prioritise safety. So I did safeguarding summit last year and 2 years before. So making sure all those council members and all people who we support are safe in a good way, and also challenge dimensions for better life for people, and also being a good colleague towards everybody.
Thank you, Kelsey. That's very good. Thank you.
We have confirmed our priorities for the next 2 years.
Go ahead, Jordan.
I will. One of the priority number one that we're going to be working on, a really important for Dimensions and all of social care, is recruiting and keeping great support staff.
Yeah.
I think they are the bedrock of what people who use social care rely on to live our lives as best we can.
Yeah. Yeah. Very
Um,
true.
that is priority number one. Priority number two is health, which includes mental health as well as physical health.
Yeah.
And we want everyone to live longer, healthier, happier lives.
Mm-hmm.
So health's really important. And the third one, which came across as well, was friendships and finding and keeping and having good friends.
Yeah.
We know that a lot of people who may be supported only have people that are paid to be there. And what I should say actually is that all the priorities that we've picked out of the list came from the people we support in Dimensions. So all 3,000 plus people from our various listening events and working together for change events and surveys and things like that. So we picked out of a list of I think 6, and in nearly all of the regions, friendships came out on top, and health, and
Don't forget loneliness.
Yeah, loneliness. I was just going to come on to that because loneliness, I think is linked to friendships, and I think it's linked to health,
It is,
and it's linked to people's mental health. So
it is,
you know,
yeah.
What I would say is, although we've picked out the 3 main priorities for the next 2 years, there will be things that will be that will be working on in the background by other people in Dimensions that will go alongside those 3 priorities. So we know things like mental health, loneliness, healthy eating, healthy cooking, and all those things, and awareness of learning disability issues and autism issues, particularly working closer with our campaigns team and our media team.
Yeah.
So we talked about it in our meeting in council 2 days ago. We had these 2 massive trees, which was very good with Amy Gordon. We had these apples and stuff, so we're kind of seeing what the cons of the health stuff is and how to change that. So we're hoping to be able to manage that and also put some dates in and also with the people.
I was there for the Tuesday, and it was a very good meeting because we came up with as Jordan said, 3,000 people came up with those that we support, people that we support, and all came up with those different ideas, and that's 3 great topics because they're very, very important, because obviously they're talked about a lot in the news, so they're very important. Yeah, we at Dimensions we have our meetings differently. And I think what works is that we all work together as partnership. So co-production meeting we were co-producing things together, working as a team. So like our Dimensions values tell us, so respect, partnership, integrity, and the other Dimensions values, because it's very, very important. And I think our meetings are better than the government meetings because we do a lot of work, but we also have a lot of fun as well. And that's what I like about it. And making lots of friends as well. It's good. Over to Jordan.
Yeah, I mean, it's important to say that actually that all the work that we do is led by people we support, co-designed, co-produced by people we support, with the help of the involvement and engagement team and all of the different teams within Dimensions. I think we try and use our lived experience, don't we, about what it's like to be supported, what it's like to have a learning disability, what it's like to be autistic, what it's like to have both, because we know that people have both. And what's important is that these ideas, these solutions, what we're going to do, the campaigns, they all come from people we support. They all come from real lived experience. And we're not just pushed in a room together and given tokens, and it's proper working together. And I always say, David, and I said the first time I led the council, that we're the important people.
We're very important people.
And people need to listen and respect what it's like.
Yes. Yeah.
And
Yeah, I agree.
the important thing to say is that by the end of the 2 years, we're going to do what we said we're going to do,
Yeah,
and we're going to be able to look back in 2 years' time and say we've done this about health, we've done this about friendships, we've
yeah,
done this about
yeah.
loneliness,
Mhm.
and hopefully that will make a difference. Hopefully, fingers crossed.
Yeah. And I like what you said there, Jordan. We're very important people because I think it's the government doesn't listen to us. Well, I'll tell you what, they're gonna take a lot of notice of us because we are stronger together.
Yeah, I think it's important. I think they need to.
They need to listen to us because
Yeah.
we know what we're talking about.
I think the most important. I always say the most important thing you can give someone is time, because
Yes. Yes.
if you're giving someone time, that means you're actively listening to them.
Yes. Very
Um,
true. Very true.
you know, um, some people just listen to hear, don't they?
Mhm.
But I think if we listen to understand, that means we're understanding people's views, and
We
we're going to
are.
help them. We're going to help them more because we've listened to them and we've given them time. So
Yes. Yeah. Very true. Thank you, Jordan. Kelsey.
So I think it's so people who don't have a voice can also be heard from other people and those people in council. And I guess my kind of thing is making sure people are safe around other
Yeah.
people, and making
Yes. Yeah.
sure that we are acknowledged as a human being, not just because we've got
Correct.
special needs or disability, and we're not
Yeah.
robots.
We're
And I
not.
know we
We're
get
not.
nasty looks from people, but we ignore that and be the better person that we are.
Yeah. We are the better person for ignoring if people give us nasty looks. Just we are the better person because we are clever people and ignore the ignorant people. We have talked about already what the council's priorities are for the next 2 years. I think now, ladies and gentlemen, let's jump into the download section. Yeah. Could you tell us, Jordan, what you've been up to lately and what makes you a very interesting person, please?
well, that's what I think. Well, I've recently just moved house, so I've been trying to settle in. I've been trying to sort of um, create a little bit of humour around the house,
Right.
um, and just between my housemates. So we're all very humorous. We've all been playing practical jokes on each other, and just messing around as I think I'm still young, as young men do. So, and I've just recently um, started coaching again and started playing football again after a bit of a break,
Oh,
um,
fantastic.
which which actually leads me on to the Traitors. Now, I haven't caught up with this new series. I need to catch up with this new series. One, because I love it, but two, um, a little bird tells me that there's a guy on there with cerebral palsy, who used to play football for the England cerebral palsy team, as I
Yeah,
did. So it'd be very interesting to find out how he's doing and what his,
yeah,
because I think he mentioned on air about his cerebral palsy. So it'd be very
yeah,
interesting to catch up,
yeah,
not just with him, but also with the whole program.
yeah. I love Traitors. I can't stop watching it. It's just brilliant. And over to you, Kelsey.
So I ain't been doing much except chatting with Jordan over the last 3 days, and also going to Tesco with Sarah and Jordan and picking up alcohol for the 3 days.
Absolutely brilliant. I like that. That's funny.
I've been having good time with Sarah Walters, who is one of our people in Dimensions that we work
Yeah.
with, and I got to cuddle a dog, which is the
Oh,
Dimensions
nice.
dog called Willow, and her 4 fluffy cats, which I got to cuddle.
Ah.
And also one of her cats actually was able to unlock the door and come into the room that I was staying in.
Ah.
I have been told by my boyfriend that I might be getting engaged to him this year.
Oh, congratulations! Oh, congratulations! Well done. That's very
So
well done. Congratulations, Kelsey.
that might be
That's
happening.
amazing. Oh,
And
fantastic news.
I got to go see my family and have a lovely time with them. And also
Oh, isn't that lovely?
on the New Year's we had a power cut for about 4
Oh
hours.
no.
So me and my
Oh
boyfriend
no.
were playing Monopoly in the dark.
Oh my God, was that for 4 hours?
Yes.
Oh no, oh dear. Oh dear. And for me, I love I love all favourite programs. My favourite program is the Traitors, the same as Jordan and Michelle. It's really funny. And Christmas, I went to my mum's, Mrs. Hoskins' house, and I had a great time. And I got some great Christmas presents. I got Ghostbusters trilogy, back-to-back films, 1, 2, and other films, which is great. And I got Doctor Who as well. So I'm well chuffed. I'm well happy. Please, people, you could follow us on social media and you can comment on the podcast post. And if you go to Dimensions Council at dimensions/uk.org. I've got it right. Yeah, woo! And also, nominations are open for Leaders Awards.
I think it's important because us people with special needs and disabilities don't really get much announcements or been telling that we've been doing an amazing job or doing going to work in hospices or anything like that. So it's so they can be acknowledged as a human and as well as everybody else, and being able to
Very
be
true.
appraised for how well they've done in their lives.
Well said, Kelsey. Well said. Well done.
Jordan?
And Jordan?
I'm going to encourage everyone with a learning disability or who are autistic or both, or whether you work with anyone, to nominate them for a Leaders Award, because you can lead in many different ways, in many different areas. So
Yeah.
don't be afraid to nominate someone who has done outstanding things in their lives and for their communities.
Yeah, very true, Jordan. Absolutely brilliant. Well said. Next time, ladies and gentlemen, on Directors Podcast, we're gonna get very political, and we're gonna have on our podcast we're gonna have Matt, and is it Dr. Mark Brooks? And Dr. Mark Brooks and Jordan. So it's going to get very political. It's going to be, and to see how the government are doing or not doing a good job. And I'd like to say thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for me, David. And Jordan and Kelsey, if you'd like to say goodbye.
Thank you, everyone, and goodbye.
Thank you, everyone, and goodbye. Bye.
Thank you and goodbye.
So kind of introduce what's coming up.
Yeah. We are going to talk about. I've forgotten. Could you go through it again, please, Michelle? Sorry.